In the vast expanse of the South China Sea, a region stretching across 1.4 million square miles, power struggles unfold silently beneath the surface. This body of water isn't just another corner of the ocean, it's the heartbeat of global competition, a place where nations vie for control, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The USS Nimitz, one of the most powerful warships ever created, enters these waters as a symbol of US military dominance. Yet, every time it does, it faces an unexpected challenge. Chinese warships tail it from a dangerous distance, monitoring its every move, preparing for something no one can predict. Why does the Nimitz provoke such a response? What does China aim to achieve in these high-stakes encounters? The answers are far from simple, and the consequences could be catastrophic. The South China Sea is a critical global artery. More than $3 trillion worth of goods pass through here every year, connecting nations in trade and resources. Beneath its waves lies immense wealth: oil, natural gas, and fish stocks worth trillions of dollars. But the stakes are not merely financial. This is where the world's largest powers, China, the US, and others play their cards in a struggle for dominance. The South China Sea touches the shores of countries like Vietnam, Malaysia, and the Philippines. But China claims most of it through its 9-dash line. This claim has been rejected by international law, but China refuses to back down. Instead, it has aggressively pursued territorial expansion by building artificial islands, turning reefs into military outposts, complete with airstrips, radar towers, and missile defense systems. Why? To control this vital region, to extend its reach, and to send a powerful message. This is China's sea, and everyone else should respect it. At the heart of China's actions lies a drive for control. The Chinese government asserts its sovereignty over the South China Sea. But this is more than just about territorial claims, it's about power. By constructing military infrastructure on artificial islands, China is sending a clear signal. It controls the future of this region. The Chinese Navy is building a fleet of warships, including advanced destroyers, submarines, and aircraft carriers, all designed to project force far beyond its borders. This military buildup is not just about protecting China's coastlines, it's about challenging global powers, particularly the United States. The US, with its unmatched naval capabilities, isn't about to relinquish its influence over such an important region. The South China Sea may be just one battleground in a larger geopolitical war, but it's a crucial one. Its outcome could shift the global balance of power. Enter the USS Nimitz, a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, over 1,000 feet long, capable of carrying more than 60 aircraft. This warship is not merely a ship, it's a symbol of US military strength. With its ability to operate anywhere in the world, its speed of over 35 miles per hour, and its cutting-edge defense systems, the Nimitz is the pinnacle of naval power. What makes the Nimitz so formidable isn't just its size or technology, but the message it sends. When the Nimitz sails into the South China Sea, it's not just a ship, it's a declaration. The United States will not tolerate any attempt to dominate these waters. But despite its overwhelming power, the Nimitz is not immune to challenges. Each time it enters these contested waters, it faces China's warships, which shadow its movements from a dangerously close range. It's a constant game of cat and mouse, one where the stakes are far higher than a simple naval maneuver. Why does China shadow the Nimitz so closely? This isn't just about provoking the US, it's about strategy. China's Navy trails the Nimitz to gather intelligence, observing US tactics, aircraft deployment, communication frequencies, and response times. By monitoring the movements of the Nimitz, China can study the weaknesses in the US defense systems, which is key in optimizing their military capabilities, especially their DF-21D anti-ship ballistic missiles, often dubbed carrier killers. But there's more to it. China's actions are part of a broader psychological strategy. By shadowing the Nimitz, China sends a clear message not just to the US, but to the world. We control these waters. The intention is to undermine US authority in the region, increasing pressure on Southeast Asian nations that depend on US naval power for security and trade. By forcing the US to respond, China gauges the strength of American resolve and assesses the level of international backing the U.S. might receive in such standoffs. In response, the U.S. Navy is always on alert. The Nimitz, along with its escort destroyers and submarines, forms a formidable task force, always prepared for action. Surveillance equipment, including radar and sonar, constantly tracks Chinese movements, ensuring the U.S. has an upper hand. P-8. Poseidon reconnaissance planes continuously patrol the skies, providing real-time intelligence on enemy movements. But the true strength of the U.S. Navy lies in its ability to act swiftly and decisively. If a Chinese warship gets too close, the U.S. doesn't wait for the situation to escalate. Warning signals, helicopters, and UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, are deployed to establish dominance and maintain distance. These actions send a clear message. Any aggression will be met with immediate and overwhelming force. But it's not just about avoiding conflict, it's about ensuring that China understands the U.S. won't back down. The balance of power in these waters depends on the ability to project strength and resolve. This is not a new situation. Tensions between U.S. and Chinese warships have been rising for years. In 2018, the USS Decatur had a close call with a Chinese destroyer. In 2020, the Nimitz itself faced multiple Chinese ships tracking its every move. These confrontations serve as a reminder of how fragile peace is in these waters. A minor mistake, a momentary lapse in judgment, and a simple naval encounter could spiral into a full-blown conflict. The stakes are higher than ever. This isn't just a naval standoff. It's a geopolitical contest for the future of global power. China's rise as a naval power is undeniable. With a growing fleet of warships and advanced military capabilities, China is challenging the U.S. for supremacy. The question remains, will the U.S. be able to maintain its position as the world's dominant naval power, or will China's ambitions succeed in reshaping the global order? As China expands its reach, the U.S. is bolstering its alliances in the Indo-Pacific. The U.S. Navy's presence, along with strategic partnerships with nations like Japan, Vietnam, and the Philippines, plays a critical role in maintaining the balance of power. The South China Sea is just one piece of the puzzle, but it holds the key to the entire geopolitical game. But the world is watching, and every move they make could have lasting consequences for global peace. If you find this topic as dangerous and intriguing as it is, like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay up to date on the latest developments. The South China Sea isn't just a body of water, it's a battleground for the future of the world. This is the story of global power, immense risks, and the survival of nations.